That's right. The Anti-COINTELPRO Show is back. And I am back to do a victory lap. Yep. Wow. We really are making America great again. In spite of all of the chaos, in spite of all the temper tantrums on the left, in spite of all of the lies, all of the unbridled emotional outrage that has not a place, not one single solitary place in our deliberative body. No, it does not. It does not belong in our House, does not belong in our Senate. But of course, the lunatic loser left. That's all they have in their arsenal is emotional outrage. But of course, we won again. Reality has won the day once again. American pride has once again survived. Now, the lunatic left, they are doing what they always do, what they always will do. You see, folks, the lunatic left and all of their masochistic millennials, right? Who did we see at the Kavanaugh rally today? As our Brett got confirmed as we knew he would. Who did we see? Well, we didn't see anybody over 30. All of the masochistic millennials were sitting there with their lips stuck out, just as mad as the day is long, that their emotional outrage and their temper tantrums didn't work on the U.S. Senate the way that it apparently works on their parents, right? Because, let me tell you folks, their parents are directly responsible for all of the outrage that we have to go through, all of the lies, all of the pain that Judge Kavanaugh and his daughters and his wife had to go through without cause. The same reason that Google demonetized this channel without cause. But again, in their zeal, and I'm talking about Google right now for 1 second, in their zeal to demonetize me, to stop my reach, well, they gave me the opportunity, folks, to build one of the best news sites out there in the world, bar none. And if you haven't been there yet, do yourself a favor. Go now. The link is in the description bar below. Go to the anticointelproshow.com and you're going to see what's really going on. You're going to see where the entire mainstream media outlet gets their directives. You want to know where they find their stories, where they know which stories to report about, to talk about, to put into the sphere of influence. Well, they watch this channel. They've watched the Anti-COINTELPRO Show for years. That's where Judge Janine got that phrase that she loves, the demon rat Democrats. Do a search, folks, on demon rat Democrats, and you'll see it's this channel right here that invented that word. I also invented the Hildebeest. I also invented a number of memes, and you have never, ever heard of me. unless you are one of the loyal supporters of this show and you have been coming here for years, then you'll know that I know what I'm talking about. And I do not abide any lies. So, in that vein, I need to remind you folks, need to remind the mainstream media once again. Who was talking about Susan Collins? Who in this world, who online? It wasn't Alex Jones, folks, that was talking about Susan Collins being the key. Folks, what you're looking at now is a story that came from the ACP, the anti-COINTELPROShow.com, and our landing page, the ACP313 Red Meat Links, the only site in the world, bar none, on September, not October, September the 18th. I wrote an article, a little mini blog, as I always do, to go along with the videos and the stories and where I want to take this country on my trip, right? So I wrote this article. On September 18th. And what was the article? Of course, you're looking at it right now. It's the article that's telling you folks, all of this is not about Brett Kavanaugh. All of the chaos, all of the insurrection, all of the lies, all of the temper tantrums, it was never about Brett Kavanaugh. It was about Susan Collins. None of you, not one person out there, knew Susan Collins was going to give this speech today, save one. Yours truly, Joe Wayne. And I wrote about Susan Collins being the key to everything in the Senate pertaining to any confirmation vote. Okay? It wasn't about Murkowski. It was never about the flaky one. It was always about Susan Collins. And I told you guys this nearly 3 weeks ago. And yesterday, Susan Collins once again proved me right. She will go down in history. I mean, I never will, folks. You need to know this one thing. Joe Wayne and the anti-COINTELPRO Show YouTube channel, which was demonetized without cause, without warning, without reason. Well, the left, they know their reason. The mainstream media, they know the reason they got my channel demonetized, because they don't want you to know where all of their headlines are coming from, folks. Folks, I am the one person in this country, in the world. I was the first person, check out the articles, to tell you about Christine Blasey Ford's GoFundMe pages. 2 of them that I found accidentally while I was creating my GoFundMe page, because, folks, Google, the mainstream media, all of the elite that don't want you to know about me, that don't want me to break out. That's right, they're hiding me. They're trying to get rid of me because I am the one person that will give you the agenda and where the stories are heading, which stories everyone is going to be talking about the next day, the next week, the next month. You're going to find out about this not from Alex Jones, but from Joe Wayne and the anti-COINTELPROShow.com, the ACP313 Red Meat Links. Bookmark it and go there every day. Because they weren't able to stop me, and they never will be, folks. I am completing my mission here on Earth. Most of us do not know our mission. I am blessed enough to know exactly what I was sent here to do. And just like Brett Kavanaugh, I will never stop. They will never force me to stop informing you on what's really going on. Not what the elite mainstream media losers that, they destroyed cable news, and now they're trying to take over online alternative news with their Fox Nation and their CNN Facebook pages and all this crap that's once again they're trying to foist down upon us, knowing that we want the individual free, fair voices of real news in the real world. We do not and we will not accept your canned bullshit that is being read off a script with directors in your studio, and you're all reading the same script, you're all spouting the same lines, and that's why they hate me, folks. Because just like our dear leader, our alpha lion leader, President Donald John Trump, they don't tell me what to do. I don't have to wait for somebody to tell me what to say via a script like the mainstream media cable purveyors of lies have to do. I don't have to wait for somebody to tell me what to say. I don't have to listen to a gazillion talking heads that have no idea what's really going on. They're waiting for me to tell them what's really going on so that they can start their little discussions and they can get their advertisers and they can feed their families, the whole time trying to stop me from doing the same. Basically, folks, trying to stop you, and they have been stopping you from subscribing to this channel. I've had so many subscribers, and folks, once they demonetize my channel, well, then they hit me with age restrictions on videos that were commentary about Fox News. No nudity, no drinking or drugs like on the Joe Rogan podcast, and that's supposed to be verboten, is it not? Because if I or you were to drink or smoke on YouTube, we'd have our channels terminated, but not Joe Rogan, because he has his nose stuck so far up the backside of the evil elite that he will never be able to see daylight again. And he will forever be wondering what that shit smell is. And all he has to do is look in the mirror to find out it's coming directly from him and the asses of the elite that he has bored into for dear life, like a tick. Not a comedian, not an actor, he is a tick. He is a parasite like the rest of Hollywood, like the rest of DC, the District of Criminals. They are all parasitic entities. So, once again, thank you, Susan Collins. Thank you, Senator Susan Collins, for once again proving me right. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, Judge Kavanaugh, for sticking to your guns. Thank you for saying not no, but hell no. You will not control me. None of you, and I'm speaking for myself now, none of you out there none of you mainstream media acolytes and losers and users, all of you parasitic entities out there will never stop me from doing exactly what I'm doing now. And that is to inform and enlighten the world, never caring if you ever know my name. You want to know why my face isn't everywhere out there, folks? My words are, my memes are, my face is not, because it's not about me. It was never about me. I'm not Alex Jones. I don't have to, have my fat mug on your screen saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. Because my work product speaks for itself. Yeah. And I speak for myself. And I speak for you. And I always will. And they'll never stop me, folks, until they put one between my beady eyes. I know what I was sent here to do. Do you? Just think about that. And while you think about that, I would ask you to go ahead and bookmark this site and go back every single solitary day. And let the elite know. Let the losers on cable news know that you're not going to pay homage to their lies. Yep. To their sex lies and videotape, right? No, we're not going to pay homage anymore to their theft of our work product. They're not going to take over the internet like they think they are. They're not going to push us out. No. They instead will once again be put in their place. I'm Joe Wayne, and I'm a warrior. And I say, you will not go any further. You will not take over our real live news from real live alphas in the real live world. You will not force your canned bullshit on us anymore. And let me tell you what's going to happen, folks. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Because I know, unlike a lot of people out there, I actually have inside sources. And that's why I could tell you nearly 3 weeks ago that it was all about Susan Collins and not about Brett Kavanaugh. So let me tell you what's going to happen now. After the red tsunami, not even a question anymore, after the red tsunami on November 7th, we start doing cleanup. Any of you law enforcement officers out there, any of you intel agents out there, deep state or real intel, you know what I'm talking about. So that being said, this is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show. The ACP313 Red Meat Links, brand new news site. Bookmark it and go back 2 or 3 times a day. Yeah. The Anti-COINTELPRO Show go back every single solitary day. I work for you. I work for literal truth, and I am literal truth incarnate. We at the ACP313 will never abide the lie, and we will never make it about us, because it has always been about you. Folks, please think about going to the ACP313 Red Meat Links, the anti-COINTELPROShow.com. Think about supporting the show. Think about keeping real live news in the real live world going. Think about telling mainstream media, cable, snooze news that is a complete lose. Think about telling them, not no, but hell no, you will not take over our real live news in the real live world. You will not destroy the internet the way you've destroyed cable, the way you destroyed the 3 networks. You will never ever force feed us again. That being said, this is Joe Wayne with the ACP313, the ACP313 Red Meat. Links to the Anti-COINTELPRO Show YouTube channel, the anti-COINTELPROShow.com. Good day and good luck.